All right, I guess we're prepared to get started here. I want to thank all the members of the media to responding to our request for this press conference, and I also want to thank all the supporters of life in Georgia, both the legislators and the citizens who have come out for this momentous and historic occasion here on this beautiful morning that we have. I want to remind some of you of a statement that was made by Thomas Jefferson that's actually engraved in the rotunda of the Jefferson Memorial. Thomas Jefferson said, "God who gave us life gave us liberty. Can the liberties of a nation be secure when we have removed a conviction that these liberties are a gift from God? Indeed, I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just and that his justice cannot sleep forever." These are the words of the primary author of one of our most sacred documents in American history, the Declaration of Independence. And in that document, our founders reflected their ideals and their principles on this fact that God is the giver of our liberties. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Following that statement, the founders also stated that governments are instituted for one purpose, to preserve these rights, and that they derive their just powers from the consent of the governed. Therefore, it is the responsibility of the government of the state of Georgia to preserve these rights of all human beings and all citizens of this state. Those liberties that were enumerated in the Declaration of Independence were not just haphazardly thrown out there, but they are in an order, they're in a precedence, that life is the most precious of the liberties that God has given every human being on the face of the earth. Life must be protected, and according to our founding fathers, it is the duty, it is the responsibility of government to protect the violation of that most precious right to life. The right of life trumps the right of liberty, and the right of liberty trumps the right in the pursuit of happiness. It is for this reason that we have introduced, myself and many of the legislators that you see standing with me here this day, we have introduced Senate Resolution 153, a Human Life Amendment. That amendment simply reflects a question that was placed on several ballots across the state during the primary election, where the very language of this bill was proposed to the voters. On an average, 75% of those that cast the ballot stated that this state needs a human life amendment. This would simply define a person as a human being, irrespective of age, race, sex, health, function, condition of dependency, including unborn children at every stage of their biological development. Being a constitutional amendment, it will take 2/3 of the House and the Senate to pass this, but inevitably it will go to the voters of this state to determine whether or not that we, as a government of the people, are commissioned to ensure that all life is protected, especially the most innocent.
Thank you again for being here. I'm a proud co-sponsor of Senator Loudermilk's bill, but also many recognize that under Obamacare, when it passed last year at the national level, it included a provision that would provide that state taxpayer dollars be used to pay for abortions for people in this state under Obamacare. Many of us in this legislature disagree with that decision and that ruling in that bill, and it filed Senate Bill 26 about 2 weeks ago. I'm a proud sponsor of that bill, and I'm happy to announce that many standing behind me in the Senate join in that piece of legislation to say one thing, and that's Georgia taxpayer dollars cannot be spent to fund abortions under Obamacare. Whatever the bill is currently doing, whatever the state of the bill is under legal challenges across this country based on the constitutionality of mandating that every citizen in this country purchase health insurance or participate in a health insurance plan just for the right of being a citizen. Many in this state say it's wrong at the federal level to use our taxpayer dollars to fund abortions, and it's wrong at the state level to use state taxpayer dollars to fund abortions under Obamacare. And so Senate Bill 26 was introduced to say just that, and we look forward to the passage and movement of that legislation as well. Thank you for being here.